Continuing our conversation on how authors can legally, ethically, and creatively be using AI inside of their author businesses to save time and effort and make this their most profitable year ever, let's talk about how we can be using AI to generate the story of the hero that our main character is looking up to. Now, these characters, these heroes, are not necessarily going to be on the page. The story that we're using is definitely not going to be written by the AI and put on the page, but it is going to give us a backstory of it. So this is going to be the inspiration for the main character, the one that they are trying to attain to be like. This is going to be the hero's backstory, and this can be either a hero who truly is a hero or a hero who ends up being a villain, but nobody realizes it's the end of the story. As with all AI, you're going to want to give information. The more information you can give the AI, the more it's going to be able to give information back to you. So give it as much information as possible and give it a lens and a framework to look through so that it knows what to do. My prompt starts off, I'm a best-selling author writing a sci-fi story that takes place on a space station in the future. The main character looks up to a doctor from his grandfather's generation. So I'm saying this is an old person. This is not in his generation. It is somebody who has come before him and led the way from his grandfather's generation as his inspiration to go into the medical field, specifically into the field of skin cell regeneration. This personal hero of the main character is a pioneer in the field after toxic chemicals harmed most of Earth. The doctor died a few years before the story started, and the main character never met him, but knows his story well. Tell me the doctor's story that would inspire the main character, who will not know until the very end that the doctor was actually a villain, and no one knows until the end of the book. So I've crafted this so that he's a villain, but you can just do it so he's a straight hero. We don't have any potential ramifications on the future. It's just the inspiration. We want to know a good backstory on this so that we can refer to it in the book. We can talk about some of the things they did, why it's so important, but we're not giving that person's entire story. There's really no reason to give the entire story inside of our story. So this is just stuff we need to know as authors so that we understand how this is going to have impact on what our characters are doing. So it's naming it for us. Oh, it's giving me a full story. Here we go. We're going to jump in and see what's going on. I actually really like that name. Oh my goodness, that's a great name. Dr. Elias Thorne, A Legacy of Hope and Deception. In the not so distant future, Earth faced a catastrophic event brought about by widespread pollution and the release of a toxic chemical into the environment. As the planet's ecosystem collapsed and its inhabitants suffered from the dire consequences of their own actions, hope seemed distant. Amidst the chaos, a brilliant scientist named Dr. Elias Thorne emerged as a beacon of hope and redemption. Okay. Elias Thorne, a brilliant and enigmatic figure, had a humble upbringing in the shadow of environmental turmoil. Okay, humble upbringing, we like. Witnessing the devastation caused by human recklessness, he resolved to make amends. Oh, okay. He did it to make amends, not to help people, not to heal people. He did it to make up for what the other people did. Interesting motivation, which could also have implications on who my main character is, because if he relates to this person on that level, it could have serious ramifications on the decisions he's making and the steps that he takes inside of the story. So I love that. Guided by a vision of restoring health to the planet and its inhabitants, he dedicated his life to researching advanced medical technologies. Great. So he's a technology guy. We love it. Thorne's breakthrough came with the discovery of a revolutionary method for skin cell regeneration. He saw the potential to heal the scars of the past, both on the Earth's surface and on the bodies of its inhabitants. His groundbreaking research offered a glimpse of a brighter future, one in which the people could heal from the toxic wounds inflicted by previous generations. Okay, interesting. Over time, Dr. Thorne's research led to the creation of advanced regenerative treatments that could repair damaged skin, reverse aging, and even cure severe medical conditions. His work brought about a new era of hope and healing for humanity. People from all walks of life hailed him as a hero, a savior who stood at the forefront of the medical revolution. Thorne's influence extended beyond his research. He became a charismatic and compassionate figure, delivering powerful speeches. So it's not just about the medical work. He has become a public figure. He is having the conversations. He is very much at the forefront of what's going on. He's probably been televised. He's in all the papers, all of the things. Everybody knows who he is. So this tells us who he is as a doctor. He's not just some researcher in a medical lab doing this stuff behind the scenes and inspiring people. He's inspiring everybody. He's probably a figure that a lot of people look to, as opposed to someone who is only in that field being someone who is going to look to him as a sign of respect, which could have major implications. And I can say, I like it or I don't like it. Rewrite this part and it can fix it for me. Inspired countless individuals, people looked up to him, all of those things. As the years passed, Earth's conditions slowly improved thanks to his innovations. The once toxic wasteland began to recover and people started to rebuild their lives. However, the space station where much of the story takes place was being constructed. A dark secret began to unravel. Unknown to the public, here we go. Thorne's success had a sinister side. His methods weren't as ethical as they seemed. To accelerate his research, he had experimented on countless individuals, ouch, without their consent. He had manipulated data, silenced dissonant voices. Oh my goodness. President Snow, and even engineered accidents that allowed him to gather samples from those who suffered from the skin-related ailments. Oh my gosh, he set people up to be test subjects. That is valuable. I love that. That gives me so many ideas. I'm not actually writing this story. Feel free to write it. But like, that would give me ideas. The main character, inspired by Thorne's legacy, follows in his footsteps to become a doctor, specializing in the same field. Throughout the story, the main character uncovers clues about his actions and things that had been dismissed as rumors. His admiration drives him to uncover the truth, believing that revealing his dark deeds will somehow vindicate his legacy. So once we start to get these things, they're saying my main character could feel like he's trying to vindicate him and free him from those rumors and all those things. So instead of being upset when he learns these things, he could be like, no, it's not true. Vindication. We're going to try to find a way to figure this out, and then learn that you can't, all the things. So many things we could do with this. In this narrative, Dr. Thorne's story captures the duality of human nature, showcasing potential for both greatness and darkness within even the most celebrated individuals. The unsuspecting main character's journey to uncover the truth serves as a reflection of the reader's own understanding that heroes can sometimes hide their true nature, leading to a thought-provoking and emotionally charged climax. Woohoo! You guys, that may not even be the main purpose of this book, uncovering what this doctor did. It literally could be getting into it and then dealing with all the stuff of being a doctor and all the things, and then comes to a point where we realize, wait a minute, this man that we've all like revered for so long did things weird. How does that impact us? How does that change things? How are we dealing with what could potentially be dystopian downfall of this utopian society? So much that could go into this. This is a really good opportunity for you to learn those hero stories. And again, it can be hero, like just straight, this person did great things and inspired this person to get into this field or to do these things. It can be this person did all these great things to inspire the main character, and now we see their downfall. There's so much that you could do with this, and creating those hero backstories that are not going to be on the page. They're just going to be referred to or have implications on actions and environments inside of the story is so important for the authors to know. Even if the readers don't need to know all these things, for us to have that information is essential to writing strong stories and to coming up with really cool storylines and plot things inside of what we're writing. So follow along for more ideas on how you can legally, ethically, and creatively be using AI inside of your author journey to make this your most profitable year and their most successful year as an author ever. We're bringing in lots of great ideas and teaching you how to navigate the world of marketing your books, writing your books, publishing your books, etc. From a long-time, multi-time best-selling author. I'm here to answer your questions, and we'll see you in the upcoming episodes.